Season 4, Episode 17, Mega Tree Prep. This is the length of the wrought iron that is used for fencing that I'm using for my mega tree. It starts from down here, down at the end. That blue part is about 2 feet, and that's going to be in the ground. To get that depth, I'm going to be hammering this piece from here up to that marker 2 feet in the ground, and then insert this part into the ground and put it up to here. And that's when I join the top of it, which is that right there. So starting here where that screwdriver is, the length of my mega tree is going to be right here, 21 feet 7 inches from the surface of the ground to the top of here, 21 feet 7 inches. This cross right here is my concoction that I have created to put the tree topper on it. The tree topper I'm using is this one. I've been using it now for about maybe 3-4 years. I bought this at Home Depot or Lowe's, one of them, can't remember. And this is the one that I have always used. It is nice and big for a tree this height. So that is gonna go right on top of that. I'm gonna use zip ties to tie down in place. Up here I have where the lights are gonna go, and here I have a pulley system to pull the whole thing up. So down here I have my boat winch that is attached to the pulley that I just showed, and this boat winch I'm going to use to crank up the lights to the top of the tree. This circle is going to be the base of the tree. As you can see, I've got 4 markers here because I'm going to still use my coloring system of red, white, blue, and green. So one color is going to be from that hook right there over to here. Another one from there to there. Another one from there to here. And then the last one from there to where I started right there. So that is going to be the coloring. Each of these colors, just like on the coconut tree and the palm tree, is going to be controlled by one channel on my ladder arm system. So these now, this is preparation. I'm going to put these together, put the topper up there. Then I'm going to bring this circle out into the front yard, find the center of it, use a hammer, and hammer that in the ground for 2 feet. Then bring the bottom part of this and put it onto it, and then try to hoist. This is going to be tough. The top part here onto this part right there. That's not going to be fun. I've done it. One year I had to get a neighbor and his brother to help me, but this year I'm hoping to do it by myself. I'm going to need a couple ladders, and we see how it goes from there. Alrighty, so once I get out in the front yard, get things up and running, I'll be back. Okay, I've positioned my 5 rings for my 5 Christmas tree. The one in the middle is my 20-footer. The one on the sides of it is my 2 15-footer. That one that is all the way down there is one of my 2 10-footers. And this one here is the ring for my second 10-footer. So that's the 5 Christmas trees that I'm putting up this year. For the 20-footer mega tree, I've identified the center, and this is my hammer and my piece of piping that I'm going to hammer it down in there for 2 foot, so that when I bring the The other piece over, it just fits right in it. Then I put up the guy wires. Less than a foot to go. Just keep hammering it right to that marker, and less than a foot to go. Okay, I've reached the depth that I want. Keep in mind that this is South Florida soil. It's all sandy, so it's not very difficult to punch that down there to the 2-foot depth that I want. So I'm done with this part of the project. Next job is to place the anchors for the guy wires. For a tree this tall, 20-footer, have to make sure that it is anchored properly. In South Florida, it gets very windy, especially at night, and especially if it's raining. So these ones are 1-footers that I got from Home Depot, and I just got them. I'm just going to put them down right now at the 4 corners of this circle. Got my 4 anchors positioned where I want them. They are 3 feet away from the curve of the circle. So that's one. Second one is there. Third one is there. And then this 4th one is going to be right here. So I'm going to set them in the ground now. And then we start to anchor the circle. Okay, before I put this one in the ground, I want to point out that when we put the anchors in, we angled them towards the tree, towards where the guy wire is going to come down. Never angle it away from, angle it towards that. And notice that the other ones that I've, and here too, I'm using that short piece of rebar or a little bit of leverage in order to turn it. Makes turning force easier. Notice that the ones I've put down already, I put a little marker there because they're so low, sometimes it's difficult to find where they are. So I just put that marker to point out where they are. See this one there, same thing. And then the third one down here, same thing. So this one now I'm going to put in there, and then I'm going to anchor the entire circle with some other ones. So this last one is in. As I said, this short piece of rebar, I use it for torque. Torque in physics is known as turning force. It makes it easier to sink this in there. Notice that it is angled towards the pole, and that's key to remember because it offers a lot more force to keep it in place. Okay, my tree topper is on, and I'm testing it now, and the lights are working in it, so I'm happy about that. Notice that I use my zip ties to adhere it to this wooden part, and so far so good. Time now to put it in the center of that circle in front of the yard. I'm going to do that next. The next job is to anchor the circle. What I did was I used maybe a 1/4-inch rebar and make a loop at the end of it so I can drive it into the soil. And in between them, I have, for each channel, that is from that black thing to that black marker down there, I've got 2 of them, one there and one there. These shorter ones I got from my favorite store, Walmart. If you go into the area that's have sporting goods, camping, you'll find these camping hooks there. They're about $2.50, something like that. So in between each of these, I have 2 of them. So as you can see, I got them lined up. I'm just gonna hammer them in right now, and that will be plenty anchoring for this entire circle. The rest of these are gonna be used on the other ones. So that's the next job. That's what I'm gonna get to right now. I got all the anchors for the circle in. Remember, it's not very difficult because this is South Florida, the soil is sandy. In order to make these hooks right here, like I made from the rebar, you'd need a hammer, hacksaw, rebarb obviously, and a vise. And you just cut it to the length you want. and bend it, and it goes deeper than these ones that I got from Walmart. But the one from Walmart fits nicely in between, and so we're good with this. Next job coming right up, that is to put the center pole right in there. Okay, I got my 21 footer, 20 footer up, and that's the tree topper up there, and that's it. The guy wires are holding well. So far so good. So here I've used my boat winch to crank down this top part all the way to where my hand can reach up. What I'm going to do now is just put the lights on these hooks for the 4 channels RGBW, crank it back up, and then try them and see if they work. So that's where I'm at right now. Okay, red is up. Okay, second one is up, green is up. On to the next one. The blue is done. Okay, the white is on. Daytime view of the mega tree. I am finished with all the lightings that's gonna get on there. So this is the daytime view. Take a walk. Continuing that walk. RGBW plus some extra clear. These multi there, clear and multi. From the street, it's a topper. All right, I'll come back tonight and show you a nighttime view. See you later. Here's the nighttime view of my mega tree.